welcome everyone. In life, we often hear about the law of attraction, this mysterious force, this promise that the universe will deliver to you what you seek. But how many of us have truly understood what it means? How many of us have felt the true power of attraction, beyond just thinking positive thoughts? You see, the problem is not with the law itself, but with the way we approach it. It's not about sitting in one place, imagining what you want, and waiting for it to appear. The real key lies in the understanding of how you align yourself with the universe. When you vibrate at the frequency of your desires, everything around you begins to shift. It's not about the external world changing, it's about you transforming the way you experience the world. Today, let me take you beyond the simple notion of thinking positive. I will share with you a powerful hack that when applied can change your life. Not in some distant future, but in the very next moment. But this requires your complete involvement. Because when you move beyond the mind and deeply align your inner world with your intentions, the universe must respond. Alignment of inner and outer worlds. The concept of alignment is often misunderstood. Most people think that alignment simply means having thoughts and feelings that correspond to what they want in the external world. But in reality, true alignment goes far deeper. It is not merely about your thoughts matching your desires. It is about your entire being, your inner state, your emotions, your energies, and your actions, synchronizing with the universe's natural flow. Only when this alignment occurs can you truly experience the power of the law of attraction. When you begin to look within yourself and examine your inner world, you will find that it is not just about wishing for things or desiring success, wealth, or relationships. It is about understanding that everything you experience in your external world is a direct reflection of what is happening inside of you. If your mind is filled with doubts, insecurities, and fear, that is what will manifest around you. Your reality is a mirror of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. This is where the disconnect begins. Many people wish for something external, but do not realize that they are not aligned internally with what they desire. Their desires remain disconnected from their inner state, which makes it nearly impossible for them to manifest what they seek. True alignment occurs when you are in complete harmony with both your inner and outer worlds. This means your thoughts, emotions, and actions must be congruent with the life you want to create. If you desire abundance, but deep down you carry beliefs of scarcity or inadequacy, your actions will reflect those beliefs, and you will struggle to attract abundance. If you want love and connection, but you feel unworthy or afraid of intimacy, your inner vibration will repel the very thing you seek. To achieve alignment, it is crucial to examine the narratives you tell yourself on a daily basis. These narratives form the foundation of your belief system and in turn shape your perception of the world. Most people are unaware of the subconscious beliefs that influence their thoughts, emotions, and actions. For example, if you constantly believe that the world is full of obstacles and challenges, your actions will be based on overcoming these obstacles rather than attracting opportunities. This subconscious belief system creates a resistance to the flow of life which hinders your ability to attract what you desire. When you bring awareness to your inner state, you begin to notice where these misalignments exist. You may find that on the surface you are thinking positively, affirming your dreams and working hard towards your goals, but on a deeper level there is an undercurrent of fear, doubt, or unworthiness. These conflicting energies cannot coexist harmoniously. Therefore, the first step in true alignment is recognizing these internal contradictions and addressing them. A key element in aligning your inner and outer worlds is emotional intelligence. Your emotions are a powerful force that can either guide you towards your desires or push you further away from them. When you are feeling angry, frustrated, or sad, your energy is out of sync with the frequency of your desires. On the other hand, when you cultivate positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, and love, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency that matches what you are trying to attract. It is important to recognize that you have the ability to shift your emotions and elevate your energy. It is not about suppressing negative emotions, but rather understanding and transmuting them into positive ones. This brings us to the concept of presence. Being present with your emotions, thoughts, and actions allows you to experience life without judgment or resistance. When you are present, you stop fighting against the flow of life. Instead of trying to control or manipulate your external circumstances, you become aware of the internal changes you need to make in order to align with the energy of your desires. Presence allows you to tap into the universal flow that connects all things. It is through this deep awareness that alignment becomes possible. The alignment of your inner and outer worlds also requires that you move beyond mere intention. Intention is powerful, but it is not enough on its own. To truly align with what you desire, you must act in accordance with your intentions. Your actions must be congruent with the life you want to manifest. For instance, if you want to attract success, your actions must reflect a mindset of abundance, hard work, and persistence. If you want to attract a loving relationship, your actions must demonstrate love, respect, and care. Alignment is not passive. It requires active participation in creating the reality you want to experience. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires, you begin to operate from a state of coherence. In this state, the internal and external worlds work together in harmony, and the universe begins to mirror back the energy you are putting out. This is the true magic of the law of attraction. It is not about forcing things to happen, but about becoming a vibrational match to what you desire. The universe responds to the frequency you emit, and when you are aligned, things flow to you effortlessly. Energy and vibration, the core of attraction. The concept of energy and vibration is often discussed in the context of the law of attraction, but few truly understand its profound significance. Everything in existence is energy, and this energy vibrates at a certain frequency. What many don't realize is that this vibration is not just an abstract idea, it is the fundamental force that determines the experiences we have in our lives. The way we vibrate, the energy we emit, directly affects what we attract into our reality. This principle lies at the core of the law of attraction. Energy is not a mysterious, invisible force. It is a tangible, powerful presence that is all around us and within us. It flows through everything, every thought, emotion, action, and even the objects and people we encounter. Everything in the universe is made up of energy, and energy is always in motion. The universe itself is a vast, interconnected network of vibrating energy. The key to understanding attraction lies in recognizing that the energy we emit is what shapes our reality. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are all forms of energy that vibrate at certain frequencies. When these energies are aligned with our desires, they attract similar energies from the universe, which is why the law of attraction works. Every thought you think emits a specific frequency. If your thoughts are focused on negativity, fear, or doubt, the frequency of those thoughts will be low, dense, and heavy. This low frequency vibration will attract similar experiences, situations, and people that resonate with that energy. On the other hand, when your thoughts are filled with positivity, gratitude, and love, you emit a higher frequency, which in turn attracts higher vibrational experiences, opportunities, and people. This is the fundamental law of resonance. Like attracts like. Our emotions also play a significant role in the energy we send out into the world. Emotions are a powerful expression of energy, and they influence our vibration more than anything else. When we are happy, excited, and grateful, our emotions are vibrant and uplifting, creating a high-frequency energy field. In contrast, when we are angry, fearful, or sad, our emotional energy becomes heavy, stagnant, and low frequency. These emotional states not only affect our own well-being but also determine the type of energy we send out to the universe. Our emotions are magnets that pull experiences and circumstances that match their frequency. Many people are unaware of the power of their emotions, and this lack of awareness can cause them to attract unwanted situations. For instance, if you are constantly worried about money, you are vibrating at a frequency of scarcity. You may consciously desire abundance, but your underlying emotional energy is aligned with lack, and that is what the universe will mirror back to you. Similarly, if you hold on to past traumas, unresolved pain, or negative beliefs, these emotional wounds can keep your vibration stuck in a lower frequency, preventing you from attracting what you truly desire. This is why emotional healing and emotional intelligence are key components in the process of manifestation. When you heal your emotional wounds, release limiting beliefs, and cultivate positive emotional states, you raise your vibration, making it easier for you to attract your desires. Learning to manage and transform your emotions is an essential skill in mastering the law of attraction. Thoughts and emotions are not the only factors that influence our vibration. Our physical bodies also emit energy. Every cell in our body vibrates at a specific frequency, and this frequency is influenced by the way we treat our bodies. Eating healthy food, exercising, getting enough rest, and maintaining a balanced lifestyle all contribute to a higher vibrational frequency. On the other hand, negative habits, poor diet, lack of sleep, and stress can lower your vibration and prevent you from attracting the things you want. It is essential to remember that a healthy body and mind are interconnected. When your body is energized and healthy, your energy field is strong and vibrant, allowing you to attract abundance, love, and success. The environment around you also plays a role in your vibration. The people you interact with, the spaces you inhabit, and the energy of your surroundings can either elevate or diminish your frequency. If you spend time with negative, toxic people, your energy will naturally be drained and your vibration will lower. Conversely, spending time with positive, inspiring individuals can lift your energy and increase your vibration. Similarly, the physical spaces you occupy have an energetic frequency. Cluttered, chaotic environments can create a sense of heaviness and stagnation, while clean, organized, and harmonious spaces can help elevate your energy. The key to understanding energy and vibration in the context of the law of attraction is to realize that everything you experience is a direct result of the energy you emit. The universe responds to your vibration and reflects it back to you through the people, situations, and experiences that come into your life. Therefore, it is essential to become mindful of the energy you are projecting into the world. If you want to attract abundance, love, or success, you must align your energy with those desires. It is not enough to simply think about what you want. You must also feel it, embody it, and vibrate at the frequency of what you seek. When your energy and vibration match the frequency of your desires, the universe will respond by bringing those desires into your reality. Beyond positive thinking, deep inner transformation. Positive thinking has long been touted as a powerful tool for manifesting success and happiness. While it certainly has its merits, it often falls short when it comes to creating lasting change or attracting what we truly desire. Positive thinking alone cannot transform your life. The real key to unlocking the power of attraction lies in deep inner transformation, shifting the core beliefs, emotions, and patterns that shape our reality. It is not enough to merely put on a happy face and think good thoughts. True transformation requires a fundamental shift in the way we perceive and engage with the world. At its core, the law of attraction operates not on the surface level of our thoughts, but on the depth of our internal state. Positive thinking can be a valuable tool, but it is only effective when it is rooted in genuine inner alignment. If your inner world, your beliefs, emotions, and subconscious mind are not aligned with your desires, no amount of positive thinking will make a difference. It is like trying to plant a seed in soil that is not fertile. No matter how much you water or nurture it, the seed cannot grow if the conditions are not right. Similarly, no amount of positive thinking will yield lasting results if your inner world is filled with unresolved emotions, limiting beliefs, or negative thought patterns. To create deep inner transformation, we must first examine the core beliefs that govern our lives. Many of these beliefs are formed early in life, often as a result of conditioning, societal influences, and past experiences. These beliefs become the lens through which we view the world, and they shape our actions, emotions, and interactions with others. For example, if you grew up in an environment where scarcity and lack were prevalent, you may develop a deep-seated belief that there is never enough to go around. No matter how much you try to think positively about money or success, this belief will continue to operate at a subconscious level, sabotaging your efforts to manifest abundance. In order to create lasting change, it is necessary to identify and transform these limiting beliefs. This requires a deep level of self-awareness and introspection. It is not enough to simply recognize a negative belief. We must actively work to reprogram our subconscious mind and replace those beliefs with empowering ones. This process often involves confronting and healing old wounds, traumas, and emotional baggage that have shaped our perception of the world. By doing so, we release the emotional charge attached to these beliefs and create space for new, more supportive thoughts and feelings to take root. Another critical aspect of deep inner transformation is emotional healing. Our emotions are powerful indicators of where we are in alignment with our desires and where we are out of alignment. If you constantly feel anxious, fearful, or unworthy, these emotions are signals that there is a disconnect between your inner state and the reality you wish to create. These negative emotions often stem from unresolved past experiences, limiting beliefs, or fears about the future. To manifest what you truly desire, you must address these emotional blocks and work through them. This process may involve letting go of past hurts, forgiving yourself and others, and learning to embrace vulnerability and self-love. Emotional healing is not about suppressing or denying negative emotions. It is about learning to feel and process them without allowing them to control you. When you acknowledge and honor your emotions, you allow them to flow through you rather than remain trapped within you. By doing so, you create emotional freedom, which allows your energy to flow more freely, making it easier to attract the things you want. This emotional freedom is also essential for cultivating a sense of peace and inner contentment. When you are at peace with yourself, you no longer feel the need to chase external validation or approval, and you can create from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. True transformation also requires a shift in how we view our circumstances and our relationship with the external world. Many people operate from a place of external validation, believing that their worth and happiness depend on the approval or acceptance of others. This external reliance creates a constant sense of lack and dependence, making it difficult to attract anything lasting or meaningful. To experience deep inner transformation, we must shift our focus inward and recognize that our worth is not dependent on external circumstances. We are not defined by our job, our relationship status, or the amount of money we have. Our worth is inherent, and when we embrace this truth, we stop seeking validation outside of ourselves and begin to create from a place of self-empowerment. Another key element of deep inner transformation is mindfulness and presence. In order to shift our internal state, we must learn to be fully present with ourselves and our experiences. This means letting go of the constant mental chatter, judgments, and distractions that prevent us from fully experiencing the present moment. When we are present, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment or resistance, allowing us to choose how we respond rather than react automatically. This conscious awareness is a powerful tool for shifting our vibration and aligning ourselves with our desires. Finally, deep inner transformation requires a commitment to personal growth and self-mastery. It is not a one-time fix or a quick fix. It is a continuous journey of self-discovery, healing, and evolution. The more we learn about ourselves, the more we can align our inner and outer worlds with our highest potential. This ongoing process of transformation is what allows us to tap into the true power of the law of attraction. When we shift from positive thinking to deep inner transformation, we stop relying on external circumstances to determine our happiness and success. Instead, we become the creators of our own reality, guided by the infinite potential within us. The power of intention in the present moment. Intention is a word often used in discussions about the law of attraction, but its true power is not always fully understood. At its core, intention is a conscious decision to direct your energy and focus toward a specific outcome or goal. It is a spark that ignites action and creates the momentum needed to manifest your desires. However, to fully harness the power of intention, it is crucial to understand that intention alone is not enough. The real secret to unlocking the law of attraction lies in your ability to set intentions that are deeply aligned with the present moment and your current energy. Without presence, your intentions remain disconnected from the flow of life and may struggle to materialize. When we talk about intention, we often think about future goals or desires, things we want to create in our lives. This is important, but the true power of intention is not just in the outcome we seek, but in how we align our intention with the present moment. It is in this moment, right now, that the energy you send out into the universe begins to take shape. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. So the present moment is the only time you can truly create. Your ability to focus on the now, to center your energy in the present, is what allows your intentions to take root and grow. When you set an intention, it must be more than just a wish or a goal. It should be a deeply felt desire that comes from your heart, not just your mind. This is where the power of intention truly lies. It's not enough to think about what you want on a surface level, or to make a wish for something you think would be nice. The real power of intention comes when you set a goal that aligns with your true desires, those that resonate deeply with your authentic self. This is why many people struggle to manifest their desires. Their intentions are often disconnected from their true inner being. They may be influenced by external pressures or societal expectations, causing them to pursue goals that are not in harmony with their deepest values and aspirations. The key to powerful intention lies in clarity and focus. In the present moment, you must become completely clear about what you want to manifest and why. It's not enough to simply say, I want to be successful or I want to attract love. These are vague intentions that lack the depth needed to fuel your creation. A powerful intention requires specificity, a clear picture of what you want to create, and a deep emotional connection to that vision. When your intention is clear and specific, your energy becomes focused and directed. allowing you to attract the circumstances and opportunities that align with that vision. However, intention without presence is like planting a seed without tending to the soil. You cannot create from a place of distraction, anxiety, or uncertainty. If your mind is cluttered with worries about the future or regrets from the past, your energy will be scattered and your intentions will lack the power to manifest. Presence is the key that connects your intention to the flow of life. When you are fully present in the moment, you are able to direct all your energy toward your intention without interference. You are not distracted by what has happened before or by what might happen in the future. You are grounded in the now, where creation occurs. Being present with your intention means aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the energy of your desire. It's about truly embodying the feeling of already having what you want, as if it is happening right now. This emotional alignment is crucial because the universe responds not just to your thoughts, but to the vibrational frequency you emit. When you can feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude of your intention as if it is already manifest, you begin to match the frequency of that outcome, making it easier for the universe to bring it into your reality. The more present and emotionally connected you are with your intention, the stronger the magnetic pull it has on the universe. In addition to emotional alignment, being present with your intention also involves taking inspired action. While setting intentions is powerful, it is not enough to simply wish for something and wait for it to appear. The universe responds to your energy and your actions. When you set an intention, you must also be open to taking the steps that align with that intention. These steps may not always be obvious, and they may require you to step out of your comfort zone, but they are necessary for the manifestation process. Intention alone is not enough without the active engagement of your energy in the present moment. This is where many people get stuck. They set an intention but then wait passively for the universe to deliver without taking any action. While it is true that the universe will provide opportunities, it is up to you to recognize and act upon them. The act of taking inspired action not only propels your intentions forward, but also signals to the universe that you are ready to receive. It is in this space of action and presence that you begin to see the physical manifestation of your desires. The power of intention in the present moment also requires trust. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust in the universe. When you are fully present with your intention, you must release attachment to the outcome. Let go of the need to control how or when your desire will manifest. This does not mean abandoning your intention, but rather surrendering the need for control. When you trust the process and allow things to unfold naturally, you create space for your desires to manifest in the most harmonious and effortless way possible. The universe has a way of responding to your intentions in ways that may not always align with your expectations, but they will always serve your highest good. When you are present with your intention and trust in the process, you allow the universe to bring you what is truly meant for you, not just what you think you want. The more you practice presence and intention together, the more you will witness the magic of the law of attraction in your life, and the more you will understand that creation happens right now, in the present moment. Namaskaram. See, when you utter the word God, for most people it is not about seeking the divine, it is about seeking favors. If you look closely, your prayer is not an act of surrender, it is a transaction. God, give me this, save me from that. It's more like a shopping list than a spiritual longing. Now, I'm not saying don't pray. The question is, what are you praying for? Are you trying to connect with the source of your existence, or are you just trying to fix your life like patchwork? So today, we are not here to condemn prayer, nor to promote it blindly. We are here to look at it honestly, experientially. Should you really pray to God, or is there another way to touch something far more profound within yourself? Most people think of prayer as a sacred act, a bridge between themselves and a higher power. But if you closely observe the nature of your prayer, it is rarely about union with the divine. It is mostly about asking, pleading, sometimes even bargaining. You pray when you want something, when you're in trouble, when life is not going your way. In essence, for many, prayer has become a plea, not a path. Now, there is nothing wrong with wanting help. As human beings, we all go through moments of vulnerability, times when we feel powerless in front of the vastness of life. It is natural to reach out to something beyond ourselves in such moments. But the problem arises when prayer becomes a habit of helplessness rather than a conscious process of seeking. If your prayer is born out of fear, it is not devotion. It is just a survival instinct dressed up in spiritual language. Look at the way most people pray. Folded hands, closed eyes, murmuring a list of things they want fixed. Let my son pass his exams. Please cure my illness. I need a better job. The list is endless. There's no judgment here. This is just the truth. But if your idea of divine connection is reduced to constantly asking for favors, then you are not walking a spiritual path. You are stuck in a psychological loop, thinking there is someone up there whose primary job is to fulfill your desires. Imagine if you treated another human being the way you treat God. You only call them when you need something. You never call to say thank you or just to be in their presence. Would you call that love? Would you call that a meaningful relationship? Then why do we think this is okay with something as vast, as profound, as sacred as the divine? Prayer, in its truest form, is not about asking. It is about aligning. Aligning yourself with the larger intelligence that governs existence. It is about opening yourself up, making yourself receptive, not because you are needy, but because you recognize that there is something much bigger than you and you want to become one with it. But this kind of prayer needs a different kind of attitude, not of desperation, but of devotion. A devoted heart doesn't ask, it simply longs. There is no calculation in it, no negotiation. That longing itself becomes a path. When your longing becomes pure, not mixed with personal agendas, not driven by fear, that is when prayer begins to transform you. It becomes a process of inner purification, of dissolving your boundaries, of becoming available to something far greater than your individual identity. But this cannot happen when prayer is being used like a spare tire, only brought out in emergencies. If the only time you remember God is when you are in crisis, then your prayer is not an expression of connection, it is an act of convenience. And anything that is done out of convenience cannot lead you to truth. Truth does not bend for convenience. It reveals itself only to those who are willing to look beyond their comfort, their needs, their desires. You must understand, the universe does not respond to words. It responds to your energy, your intention, your state of being. You may chant 1,000 mantras. You may repeat the most powerful prayers. But if inside you are vibrating with fear, greed, or guilt, then you are not creating a space for grace to enter. Prayer is not magic. It is not a button you press and get results. It is a process of tuning yourself to the divine frequency, and just like tuning an instrument, it requires attention, effort, and sincerity. So if you are praying, ask yourself, is this a genuine expression of devotion, or is it just a disguised form of begging? Because the former can elevate you, while the latter only keeps you trapped in your limitations. The power of prayer lies not in what it brings to you, but in what it makes of you. It is not about changing the world outside. It is about shifting something within. Prayer is a possibility, not a guarantee. It is a door, but you must walk through it with the right awareness. When we speak of devotion, most people imagine rituals, songs, chants, or sitting in temples and churches. But true devotion has nothing to do with what you do on the outside. It is about what you are on the inside. Devotion is not an activity, it is a certain quality, a fragrance that arises when you are no longer the center of your own universe. It is when you dissolve the idea of me and mine and allow something else, something greater, to take precedence over your personal self. In this state, you are not trying to get something, you are simply burning with the longing to merge, to disappear, to become one with that which you cannot define. This is why I say true devotion is not seeking, it is dissolving. Seeking still means you are standing here and trying to reach there. There is a you and there is that. But dissolving means the separation is gone. The one who seeks is no longer separate from the object of his longing. Devotion is that beautiful madness where you are willing to lose yourself, willingly, joyfully, and with no guarantee of gain. It is the ultimate risk, because it is the dropping of all calculations, all expectations, but most people are not looking for that. They are looking for benefits, for results. Even devotion has become a strategy. If I chant this, I will get that. If I fast on this day, I will be blessed. If I go to this holy place, my sins will be washed away. This is not devotion. This is a well-disguised business deal. And the tragedy is, the moment you bring calculation into devotion, its very essence is lost. Devotion cannot be transactional. The moment it becomes about what you get in return, it is no longer devotion. It is just a subtle form of ambition. Real devotion means your longing is so intense, your involvement is so total, that whether you get something or not, no longer matters. In fact, even the desire to get enlightened, to reach heaven, to attain liberation, if it is coming from the same space of wanting, then it is still a form of seeking, not dissolving. It may sound spiritual, but the root is still the same. I want something for me. Devotion, on the other hand, is when even that drops. You are not even trying to be free. You are just ready to disappear into something larger than yourself. That's when transformation begins. Devotion is not weakness. It is not about surrendering out of helplessness. It is the highest form of intelligence. Only a truly intelligent being knows that what he knows is so little, and what he is just a small speck in this vast existence. And because he sees this clearly, he bows down. Not out of fear, not out of compulsion, but out of clarity. It takes great strength to say, I am willing to give up everything I am, everything I know, just to become available to that which I do not know. That is not cowardice, that is courage. But the modern mind finds this hard to accept. It is too focused on logic, on control, on achievement. Devotion looks like surrender, and surrender looks like defeat. But this is the illusion. In life, you can conquer only what is lesser than you. You can never conquer the infinite. You can only dissolve into it. And that dissolution is the only true victory. It is the only thing worth calling liberation. Everything else is just entertainment. If you observe nature, you will see devotion everywhere. Look at how the flower opens to the sun, not to get anything, but because that is its nature. Look at how the river flows to the ocean, not to claim it, but to become it. This is the natural way of existence. Only the human mind, with its pride and fears, resists this flow. We build walls around ourselves, identities, beliefs, opinions, and then wonder why we feel separate, why we suffer. Devotion is the dismantling of these walls, one by one, until there is nothing left to defend. Only openness remains. And in that openness, something miraculous happens. Not because you made it happen, but because you got out of the way. You stop being the obstacle in your own life. You become a possibility. You become a doorway through which something beyond the mind, beyond the body, can touch this world. This is the power of devotion. It does not seek, it surrenders. It does not demand, it simply allows. It does not ask to be filled, it becomes empty. And in that emptiness, the infinite has no choice but to pour itself in.